Alright guys, in this video I will show y'all how to use raccoons and kitsune to become rich and grow a garden. Don't worry guys, you only need one of raccoon and kitsune to get rich. Alright, for the first part you need either your main account with raccoon or kitsune and an alt account. If you don't have one you can use your friends too. Alright, for this to work we need a new garden, something like that. It should be your friends or your alts. I would recommend to use your alt's garden to use this method. But the problem is your friend should have good seeds for this to work. If your alt or your friend does not have good seeds, you can make a save slot and use that slot as your grinding plot. Alright, this is how your plot should look, no other crops, and there should be only one crop which you are going to use. Either this can be done on your alt if you have good seeds, or you can use your friend's account if he has good seeds and is willing to do this method in an empty plot. Alright, now you need to plant one single crop that you want to farm. It should be a really good one like bone blossom. If you don't have the bone blossom, you can use a good plant like mushroom and the ember lily or any good single crop yielding plant. Alright guys, now I will show y'all how to get a large bone blossom so your crop value will be a lot higher. The bigger the crop, the more value of it. For this I would like to use the triceratops and the bone blossom crop. Step number 1 is to place 4 to 5 triceratops with a gap of 20 seconds each. First you place the first one, then wait for 20 seconds and then place the second one. You can get triceratops from the dinosaur egg easily. Alright, I have placed the second one, now repeat the same thing with the other triceratops. Wait for 20 seconds and then place. Guys, do not worry if it is more than 20 seconds, it will still work if you time it right. Keep doing this until you have placed all the triceratops you can place. Make sure to follow the 15 to 20 second triceratops placement again like I showed in the video. After that, wait for their cooldown to go less than 40 seconds then and place all 4 different sprinklers. Master, Godly, Advanced and Basic. Now make sure to harvest the old crops using the harvest tool only when the triceratops cooldown is less than 20 seconds. Alright, as you guys can see, the bone blossom are bigger and heavier. Now collect the crops using harvest tool and wait for the next triceratops round. As guys can see again, it grew big. Now collect them all and wait for the next round. Keep repeating it until you get a large bone blossom more than 100 kg. Boom, again bigger, wait for the next triceratops cooldown to be less than 20 seconds. After that, harvest and wait for the next ability. ALR, again bigger ones now for the next ability. ALR guys, if it is the last one, don't collect and wait for the next cycle of rams. Wait for the next cycle and then collect the crops. Use the previous method until you get a good sized bone blossom. If you get a small bone blossom, even if you get a lot of mutations, its worth will be low. If you are using mushroom and ember lily, use the sprinkler method to get a bigger one. Now for the crop to get more value we need mutations. Let's start with pet mutations. Alright, if you have a dragonfly, it will mutate your crop into gold every 5 minutes. But if you have a butterfly, it will take 5 mutations from your crop and give you rainbow mutation, which is better. So I recommend you to get 5 mutations from weather and pets, and you can convert the crop to rainbow. You can use the sea turtle to get the wet mutation and then the goat tanuki to get chalk, moonlit, chilled mutations. Alright, if you have a scarlet macaw, it will give you verdant mutation. But if you combine that with sun-dried mutation, it will give you paradisal mutation, which is OP. Then we have other pets like bear bee that gives honey glazed, hyacinth macaw that gives cloud touched, polar bear gives frozen, cooked owl gives burnt and cooked, raptor gives amber, disco bee gives disco, and many more. Guys, you can also get mutation sprays from the merchant which spawns every 4 hours. It is not guaranteed to spawn the spray merchant. There are two types of merchant. One of them is the sky merchant, which gives cloud touched spray and night staff and star collar. You can use the spray on your plant and also use the night staff and star collar to get moonlit and celestial mutation. Then we have the mutation spray merchant that sells wet, windstruck and verdant mutation. You can also craft some mutation spray near the gear shop. There are some mutation sprays like chalk, chilled and shocked. It requires some materials to craft. Once it is crafted you can use them. Alright guys, I will show y'all a trick to get pet mutations on your desired crop fast. Also by the way, you only need one good crop to dupe, so apply all the mutations on that crop only. Now place all your pets and wait for their ability cooldown. Make sure to favorite the crop that you want to get the mutation. Once your pet's ability is less than 10 to 15 seconds, collect all the crops. Then only your favorite crop should exist. The pet will automatically target only that plant with the mutation. Yup, just like that you can easily get pet mutations on your desired crop. Alright guys, I will show y'all now how to get admin mutations. Alright guys, for admin mutations you need a pet called Spinosaur or T-Rex. Huge shout out to my friend Doom for lending me his Spinosaur. He is the GOAT. I also gave it back to him, don't worry guys. Alright guys, for the admin mutation I would recommend you to wait at Saturday 2 hours before the update. That's when Jandel spawns admin weather. After that, buy tons of carrot seeds and bamboo seeds and fill up your garden. We are using these because they are single yielding crop and single harvest crops. So just plant tons of carrots. The more the crops, the more chance you get the admin mutations. Also make sure to favorite the big bone blossom you are going to dupe. Alright, once the admin mutation stars and you get any mutation that you want to apply, favorite the crop with that mutation which you want. Look for the crop that has the mutation and favorite it. Do this for all the admin weather. Once all the admin weather is over and you have favored all the crops with the mutation you want, collect all the crops. Make sure the crop with the mutation you want is favorite or it will also be collected. Once you have collected all the crops, the remaining crops that you favorite should be there with the mutation. Once all the required crops are present, place your Spinosaur or T-Rex. If you have a Tarantula Hawk you can place that too, it will reduce the cooldown of Spinosaur. After that, unfavorite all the crops. I am doing this based on Spinosaur method, I don't know how to use the T-Rex. Once you have unfavorite all the mutations carrots, you only need to favorite the big bone blossom which needs the mutation. We need to favorite the bone blossom because the Spinosaur has ability where it will give the mutation to favorite fruits. Once the Spinosaur's cooldown is ready, it will eat 3 random crops and give it to the favorite bone blossom. Boom, there you go, it applied alien like frozen and burnt to my bone blossom. Now repeat this with all the crops that have other mutation. If you are lazy, just AFK and after a while all the plant's mutation from carrots will go to the bone blossom. ALR. Now for the duping part, make sure the pet's cooldown is low and then in your ALR or your friend's account make them harvest the other useless bone blossoms. Make sure the one which is duped is favorite. Then take all the other useless bone blossom. Alright, once the ability starts, the Racoon or Kitsune will go and steal the bone blossom you wanted. Won't steal anything else because you have harvested the other crop and they are not fully grown. If you want to AFK this, let me know in the comments and I will make a video on it. There we go guys, easy dupe of 2.7 trillion. Anyways guys, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If this helped, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, bye.